Welcome back to Surviving Me. I'm your host, Day, and this is the podcast where healing gets honest. Sometimes the deepest betrayal isn't what someone did to you, it's how long you stayed after you saw the truth. Betrayal changes you. It cracks your sense of safety, your ability to trust, and your relationship with your own intuition. But what hurts the most isn't that they lied, it's that you stop believing you. We talk about trust issues like they're flaws, but they're really just wounds that never got validated. When someone breaks your trust, it makes you question your worth. You start replaying the signs, overanalyzing every red flag, wondering how you missed it. And I know we all been there. I tell y'all, I've been there more times than I would like to admit, if I'm being honest. That alone could be why we feel betrayed. Yes, we could feel betrayed by the person and their actions and what they did to us, but sometimes we can betray ourselves because it'd be like, girl, you knew better than that, or man, you knew better than that. You saw the signs. Why didn't you leave? I'm being funny about it, but in all actuality, it's not funny at all. Because here's the truth. You didn't miss it. You ignored it because you were hoping love, loyalty, or history could change the outcome. Rebuilding trust isn't about learning to trust others again. It's about relearning how to listen to yourself. Every time you second guess your gut, you tell your intuition she's not safe with you or he's not safe with you. But he, she, they, them been right there more times than you giving them credit for or you credit for. And I know a lot of the stuff that we go through is because maybe we don't like to take accountability. Because let's be real, taking accountability is hard. And sometimes you never want to admit that it was you. And I understand that. But here's the thing. Taking accountability is hard, but it's also growth. Because the moment you recognize your faults and what you did wrong and how you could have been better, you are growing. Because now you know not to do whatever you did or whatever you said again in the next situation, which is growth all day long. So taking accountability might be like, oh, I hate doing it, I don't like doing it, but it's growth. And growth is a beautiful thing. We should always invite growth because growth helps us heal, okay? Anything you can grow from is anything you can heal from. Remember, I said that. So here's how you start trusting yourself again. Let's start keeping a proof list. Write down every time you had a feeling about something and it turned out to be true. Let your own track record speak. Let's practice micro trust. Small promises like I'll take a walk or I'll rest after this task. Keep those. That's self-trust in action. And sometimes starting small is how you start in general. A lot of times we like to say like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. And these tasks be like tasks that we know are going to take hours. Sometimes it could be this simple thing. You know what? Like, even though I know I got to clean that bathroom, like that whole bathroom, I'm going to just clean the sink right now. And then I'm going to move on to the tub and then the toilet. And then by the end of that week, that whole bathroom will be clean. Sometimes you can't just sit and do the whole bathroom. Now, I'm talking about a bathroom now, but I'm applying it to everyday things just so you could get the concept. But this is also in situations as well. Sometimes you got to start small. And the last thing is separate instincts from insecurity. When fear speaks, it's loud. When intuition speaks, it's steady. Learn their tones, okay? Learn when something is fear and learn when it's your intuition, because those are two different things. A lot of the times you can mistake fear for intuition when it's not that at all. It's what it is, fear. And fear will always be your block in a lot of situations because fear will stop you from doing things. Fear will stop you from saying things. Fear will stop you from taking that leap. And sometimes you need to. So understand when I say separate the two, fear from intuition. Learn it and learn which one in front of you. Okay? And now these are small practices that we can all do. And you recognize that I said, here's what we can start doing. Because baby, I hope you understand that anything I'm coming on here saying, I am trying to practice myself, which is why I'm coming on here and speak about it. I would feel like a fake if I come on here trying to be like this motivational speaker in a sense, and I'm not practicing nothing I'm telling other people to practice. Like, how you trying to preach something you ain't practicing it? Because how can I really truly say, oh, this works if I'm not doing it myself? Or how can I really truly say, oh, you are going to heal if I never even did it myself? Okay, so that's why I said let's do this, because I want to do it with y'all. I'm going to do it with y'all. These are ways that you can learn to start trusting yourself, because a lot of times, as I said at the beginning of this episode, betrayal hurts the most because it isn't that they lied to you, it's that you stop believing in yourself. Like I keep telling y'all, and like I preach what this podcast is about, the journey back to yourself will always be the hardest work. Yes, forgiving others can be hard, and accepting what somebody else did to you can always be hard, but really sitting with yourself and accepting the fact that you accepted that, or this is the situation you're in now, or really sitting with yourself and accepting the fact that you made a mistake and you're learning from it. All of that is really the real hard work of this thing called life, because we are our own biggest self-critics. Now for the Virgos, we are the biggest self-critics, but for everybody in general, we be in a way of our own selves a lot of the time. That's why those practices are to help us so we can stop being in our own way and to heal from betrayal, from any type of betrayal, whether it's from your family, your friend, or your lover, or even your kids. Because let's be real, sometimes your betrayal can come from your own kids. Yes, that's another episode, because that's a whole beast in itself. If you ever been betrayed, I hope you know it didn't make you weak, it made you aware. You don't have to keep proving your worth to people who failed to protect it. The safest place you'll ever rebuild trust is inside yourself. If you want to take this conversation deeper, read this week's Glow Letter, is where I leave you with reflection questions, journal prompts, and a little glow work to help you apply what you heard today. You can find it on Substacks or through the link tree in the show notes. And if you want a community that gets it, join the Surviving Me Inner Circle on Facebook. We journal together, share our reflections, and remind each other that healing doesn't have to be lonely. Until next time, keep surviving, keep glowing, keep giving yourself grace. Because no matter what page of healing you're on, you're not alone and you're not behind. Keep going through it, keep growing through it, and keep glowing through it. And I will see y'all next episode.
The silence, I've wrestled the shame, faced all my demons and called them by name. This ain't for sure, it's deeper than deep. I'm surviving me, not losing sleep.